For more on this story, we can bring in France 24's Mariam Amelal. Good to see you. Now, what can we expect to see from today's demonstrations, Mariam?
Actually, the most important thing for protesters today is to repeat the episodes of last Friday. They want the demonstration to be peaceful. This is the most important thing for them. I could join some of the protesters this morning living in Algiers, and they told me we must show to the world that Algerian people are not violent, that we want to get rid of the regime peacefully. One of them told me today the international media will cover the event, and we must show them, we must set the example and show them that this new generation is not violent, that it wants to get rid of the regime peacefully. Some of them told me too that they're afraid that the demonstrations descend into violence. They're afraid that the regime will organize a kind of chaos to stop the electoral process, to declare the state of emergency, and to maintain President Bouteflika into power.
To get rid of the elections in April, essentially.
Exactly, and that's what they've done in 1991 during the parliamentary elections, when the Islamist party, the Islamist Salvation Front, has won the election. The army stopped the electoral process and declared the state of emergency, and that results in the Black Decades, the civil war, the war against terror. And this is what they fear. They don't want the demonstration to turn into violence. They want really today's demonstration to be peaceful.
Now, Mariam, you know Algeria well. You spent your childhood there. You're still in touch with people in the country. What is exactly behind this movement?
This movement was really unpredictable, simply because we have two categories of Algerians. You have two different generations. You have one generation who has lived the independence war, which was very violent, and the Black Decade, the war against terrorism, which was extremely violent physically and psychologically for Algerian people, because it was a civil war, a war against Algerian people. And you have the other generation, the one who has nothing to do with the Black Decade, with the independence war, a generation which has never lived this events. The only violence it has to face was social and economic violence, and this generation was unpredictable. And today we know that it's ready and has shown a kind of wisdom. It has taken the most of the experience of the other generation not to repeat the mistakes and to lead this revolution. They are not calling it an Arab Spring, but an Algerian revolution, which is extremely important.
We'll see what happens, Mariam.